Okay, we're going to turn all the effects off now. What is the Edge playing? Pretty simple. If you have big hands, it can be a little tough to get all your fingers in there. But we're down on the 12th, 13th, 14th fret. I use these two fingers right here. Now, if you watch that Edge video, when the camera pans down, and I actually didn't know this and notice it until I saw that video because he's playing the guitar clean, he is picking upward for some of it and downward for a little of it. And go back and you can listen to him, but he is playing up here. It's the B and the G string, then lift and go down, and then go down. Okay? So we have, then go to the 15th. Now the Edge goes down, and if you go back and listen to it, it's because you hear this note more. So it's, if you pick up on that part, it sounds like this. Notice that's a little subtlety on Beautiful Day where Edge is changing something, very small change, but it makes a big difference in the sound, especially when you play it clean. That's not right. It's like this. Okay, so we've got that. Now what he's playing on the video, by the way, is also different than the studio version and other versions. This is a pretty simple version that anybody can do if you're playing live, but I'm going to also change it up in a little bit and show you some of the other changes that he makes throughout the song. But this will be the basic kind of, I think Edge was doing a very basic riff and he wasn't doing all the details. But it'll sound just fine. Go down here now on the G and keep the 15th little one finger down. Then lift to the 14th. That's all it is. That's all this riff is. And he changes up some of those strokes. So one more time. Okay, we add the delays, clean. We add the drive. Okay, now let's do a variation of that. Let me go through what Edge does, I believe he does, on the studio version. Slightly different. Same riff. But instead of playing both these strings, you can get away with just playing that. So it sounds like this. One note, then both note strings, and then we go to this. 6 of those. Now hit just the 14th here. 14th right here. And instead of hitting both strings like he did before, he does this. Okay, so one more time. Now do 14th here. Okay, here we go. So we have this. Now notice that's a little different at the end. He's doing and he changes that up all the time. That end of that riff You can do whatever you want, but he likes to play around and do something different so it doesn't sound so mechanical every time. Again. Then the second time would be this. Same thing at the beginning. That's all the same, but then at the end he changes it up again. And he goes... So the end is... Whereas before it was this. So that last measure, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 measures there, he changes it up. And what you can do is use the live version, the studio version, whatever version you want, and you can change it up every time you play it, experiment with it a little, and add a little flavor to the riff. So again, the studio, close to the studio version anyway. Show you one more slight variation. Would sound like this. So that one is. So the first time we did it, we went. So this note's always the same. So on the B string, the change in frets was 12, 14, 14, 14, 14, 12. Then later, it was 12, 3 14s, and then 12, 14, 12. And now this time, it's 12, 14, 14, 12, 14, 14, 12. And then later, you can get, he even does it differently. He does 12, 3, 14, 12, 14, 12. Sounds like this. So I'm just trying to show that there's some variation there. There's no really wrong way to do it. Whatever you like, whatever you think is the right feel. But in general, that's the riff. It's upstrokes, and don't forget downstrokes here. So you get... I changed it up there a little bit. That last 4 measures, Edge actually does this sometimes. Instead of plucking the 14th and 15th, it goes like this. And now I'm not picking, I'm actually playing both. Okay, one more time with the delays and the drive. One more time. I believe that covers that riff. It comes up a couple times in the song. I won't do this tutorial in the exact order of the song, but you can apply the same techniques, the same basic changes later part in the song.